Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah.
I said, oh, well, there it is. Where'd that come from? A nigger, a black trigger, a jungle bunny, jigaboo, coon, Piccadilly, mow, mow. Uncle Tom and your mama, little black Sambo. Cotton is your swamp, getting That's right.
Swamp Kenny. I paid attention to that one before.
The one song Jackie dances to. Look at him.
He knows all the words.
Yeah. There he is.
Only so he knows all the words to without a banjo.
Right. You know what, Jackie Nigger.
Oh, you're hurting yourself.
See what I mean? Racist bastard. All right, good.
Somebody just faxed me Jackie's America Online interview.
Yeah, it's funny.
And the thing he does say about the ribbing he gets on the show is that he keeps a copy of his pay stub in his wallet.
Yeah.
That's what helps him get through it.
Yeah.
And then they say, well, is it me or do you really hate Robin? He goes, nah, show business, I love the bitch.
I thought that was funny. I love that bitch. Although I read Jackie's interview, and he said, they asked him, how did it get started where they make fun of your voice? And he goes, well, I believe Ralph the hairdresser started it.
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, why would you say Ralph the hairdresser?
Yeah, like we started doing it yesterday?
I always made fun of your double and triple voices. You know, when you yell on stage.
But
Oh, please.
We've been talking about your voice ever since we met you. I'm wondering how it got that way.
I thought you guys had agreed that it came to the forefront when Ralph used to hold court in the car for an hour.
No, Ralph got it from the show. What's the matter with you? Think Ralph could think of something funny?
No.
Sit in your seat if he could.
Last night when I jumped on that Prodigy chat line, I was watching it.
Yeah, I got Gary into it now.
10 minutes of Jackie bashing. They were hammering Jackie.
Why?
Nancy, cheap, pot, everything.
Yeah, right.
You know, just everyone was just piling on Jackie really bad.
Anyway, you were saying, Robin.
Well, in general, they say that these State of the Union addresses aren't great speeches because they're really a laundry list of what needs to be done.
Then don't watch me tonight. Finally, my ship will come in.
I could be seen by a great producer.
Right.
Be discovered finally and relieved of this burden of having to work with Howard.
Right. The burden of seeing me every morning.
My ship, the SS Jackie.
I wonder if suppose Jackie did get a big break.
Right.
Would he then smile on you?
See you later.
No.
I could leave Howard, but I couldn't leave you,
No, forget me. Would you turn around and say, you know what, Howard was good to me, and when I get into a position where I could help him, he's going to be the first person.
No, I would be the last person he'd help. He would not want to see me do well.
You don't really think that.
Yes, I know it.
You all suck.
Well, I know it. I know it for a fact.
You must be tapping my phone.
Listen, pal, I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not stupid.
Hello, Paramount Network. I'll do it if you don't hire Howard.
As long as I never have to see Howard again.
Right. Never appreciated me.
All right, go ahead, Robin.
As long as I get to work with Gilbert.
Do we have to take another break here? Yeah, we do. All right. One more
break. When we come
break.
back, we're going to talk
I'll
about...
buy your films and I'll ruin you.
No, I'm ruined already. It's okay. Well, hey, I keep meaning to bring this up because I kind of hinted it to Jackie. Jackie had good ratings last night on his TV appearance. Yeah, so Jackie's show got an 8 with an 11 share. That was up 2 points from the last week, which was a 6-0 with a 9.
Very nice.
He placed third next to ABC and NBC for the State of the Union address.
All right.
Oh, there you go, Jack. I think you brought in some viewers.
So kiss my ass.
Why does that?
So kiss my ass.
Right.
So now he's angry.
Now he's mad. Now you're mad, right?
See?
You want to hear a cool fact about Jackie?
Howard thinks he brought in the ratings. I know what he's thinking.
Those are my ratings.
You know, it was because of me. People were still curious to see me. I almost toppled the president.
Maybe Howard brought the people, but it was my acting that kept them.
Right, because they would have tuned out after the first 5 minutes.
You want to hear a cool fact about Jackie that a listener just called in?
Yeah.
What?
On Jackie's Playboy special,
Yeah.
like, does Nancy get a writing credit?
Oh.
Yeah, well, she helped.
Super.
It's true.
Unbelievable. What, she wrote the jokes?
We redid the script.
What script?
The one that Playboy gave you?
The Playboy gave us a script that we pretty much had to follow, and we punched it up, and she helped. So I gave her a writing credit.
She typed while Jackie told her
Yeah.
what to write.
She's down on my lap.
You break her balls all day. She's talented.
There you go.
I'm bigger than Brad Pitt.
See, Billy, while you're doing that impression, you should see what Jackie's doing.
Yeah.
This is what B wants you to do.
Yeah. You can break her balls all you want. But she's talented.
Do you think I just told them to give her a writing credit and they did it?
Let me ask you something, Jackie. All right, I'm going to lay it on the line to you.
Go ahead.
What other shows has she written for?
None. What are you talking about?
The talented writer that you worked with on the Playboy special.
We sat there and punched up a script together, so she gets credit for that. Doesn't matter.
I see.
I never acted before, and I got credit as
All
an
right, there you
actor.
go. Okay.
Give somebody credit where credit's due, you schmucks.
Listen to this guy.
See, Billy, I just
That's
want
how you
Billy
gotta
to
stick up
know.
for your wife.
I'm not interrupting because this is
Nancy's
what you're supposed to
talented.
do.
No, it's late.
She punched up the
Definitely
script.
listening.
You shouldn't have dragged me into the ring of fire.
Hey, you schmucks. Give credit where credit is due.
You can break her balls all you want. She's got a nice cam.
Jackie, the woman's never had a writing credit, I mean, in anything that I know of. And now all of a sudden there's a big writing
Who
credit.
was in the room with you and Nancy when this writing was going on?
Yeah.
Paul, Abeta, and... what's the other
And Master Beta.
The two producers.
Right.
And they decided to give Nancy a credit.
Yeah, we all worked on it together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where is the foul?
Nancy wore a thong while the other guys were up.
What, didn't hurt?
I don't know, all of a sudden,
She's a writer?
Yeah. Why
What
doesn't
else has she helped you write? Does she get credit on your videos?
What's the question?
Look at this. That was a perfectly legitimate question. Has she received writing credit on any of your other projects?
No.
This is the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
How is that interesting?
Just interests me.
Yeah, we just like to know the inner workings of you guys with your wives and all these new actress/wives that
And
don't
managers.
appear to act, and managers who don't appear to act in anything except manage their husband's career,
How many
write
books,
on their husband's specials.
How many books did you have your name on as author before your first book?
I don't see Allison's name on the book.
I must
What's the
have.
point?
How many names did I have on a book before my first book?
Never mind.
No, it just seems to me that other people would want to grab her up and use her as a writer.
Haven't you gotten calls?
You guys get hooked into this whole thing. You got to give your wives credit. Did your
You
wife?
don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I know you don't. Sure.
Billy's like a church mouse.
Yeah, I know. Well, Billy's wife just went and got headshots.
Yeah.
They all start to think they're in show business because their husbands are on the show. My wife started that too. She's for a couple of days she was into.
She wants.
I want to be in the movie. I want to be in the movie.
I said, "You want to be in a movie? Well, marry somebody else. I'll get you in a movie."
Billy and I were just.
What was that?
We were just discussing, like, we're wondering what it's like when you go home.
What it's like when I go home.
Whether
I
you
go
rule
home.
a castle like Ralph Cramden or whether you walk in a castle.
I go home,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you one thing: nobody's sitting and taking headshots.
I rule the roost.
That's what can I tell you that for?
Did you marry an actress?
Who, Billy? No, I think Billy got married and then his wife became the actress.
No, she was an
Oh,
actress.
she was already? Oh, I see.
Not like name all over the place or anything, but been in, productions and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
She has a degree.
Okay, take it easy.
Cinema.
I just asked if you married an actress.
That's all. Everyone gets defensive.
Yeah.
I'd like to see her out there
I don't see
working.
why
I'd like to
anybody gets
retire.
defensive with two pit bulls chopping at your nuts. I don't know why anybody
I
gets defensive.
simply asked a question. How you
You guys, man.
Yeah.
Pussy whip. All right, go ahead. Let's continue with the news.
Yeah.
And Jackie picked up a manager hitchhiker.
Yeah.
What are your credentials? Hop in. Can you manage my career?
All right. Jackie, back to wearing condoms on your fingers, huh?
Yeah, it was starting to rot away.
Wow.
Didn't he say if they started to rot away, he'd go to a doctor?
Better he wears the finger cuts.
Yeah, but he's waiting for a new copy of the Penny Saver so he can pick a doctor again.
Jackie's
Dr. Paul Schneiderman of Syosset, New York.
What about him?
Told me to put.
He advertises the Penny Saver.
He does.
Hey, Jackie's a really weird guy, man.
I know.
You know, he's trash. There's no question about it. And, I mean, Jackie is trash.
Yeah.
He's trash. He's trailer trash. And he, here's a guy who's making real decent money. And, you think he'd be connected to a couple of doctors or something. And he has this horrible fungus going on with his toenails to the point where, I mean, his toenails are rotting.
And he didn't even know anything was wrong. That's how much of a trash he is.
Right.
His feet are smelling.
Shut up.
And he didn't know anything was wrong.
So he's getting nervous. Somehow, at some point...
You know what happened?
What happened?
Nancy was reading the Penny Saver, his wife.
Right.
And she saw a picture.
Jeez, I wish the
Of Jackie's feet.
And then she said, Jackie, your feet look just like this.
And he's like, what?
I held them up to the magazine.
And what was wrong with the toes? The toenails were actually becoming just little
They were
sticks.
thick.
Yeah,
And they were like
splitting, right?
wood.
Yeah, they were like wooden and brown, right?
Yeah.
40 years
It was like
of
a
healthy
tree
diet.
trunk.
And like his toenail was just one straight, long, thin pin line.
Right. You couldn't even cut them or something.
Right.
Which we later found out his doctor diagnosed as 20-nail syndrome.
Yeah, 20-nail syndrome.
Like each nail had 20 nails on it.
So Nancy sees it in the Penny Saver and like calls the doctor in the Penny Saver.
Well, see, she was concerned because they were splintering. What happened was they would grow, but the little side pieces would grow out like nails.
Right.
So when lying in bed, if I rolled over, I would she'd get pinched.
And they couldn't be clipped?
Well, they could, but they kept growing in and growing in and growing in. It was a pain in the ass. So then I had all the nails removed, but the little things that grow out this side are still there.
Oh, they are?
She's still getting pinched.
So anyway, Jackie, so Jackie goes to the guy in the Penny Saver.
Yeah.
And the guy says, remove your toenails. And Jackie's like, okay.
Yeah, we're going to rip out your toenails.
Yeah, we're going to rip them out. And he's just like, okay. No second opinion, nothing.
Never flinched. Paid his money
Right.
and cut off the tops of his sneakers.
And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. He might be the best doctor in the world. I
have no
don't
clue.
count on it.
I just don't. No, I'm saying he might be, right?
Maybe you're just a case.
Yeah, right. And but I'm just saying I would never go to the Penny Saver.
For a doctor.
Yeah, like I might, if I was going to do that, I might call a few people to see if they'd heard of him. But Jackie just goes to a guy, sees in the Penny Saver, and has him rip out his toenails.
You know what I go to the Penny Saver for?
What?
If I need a picture hung on my wall.
Do you?
Yeah.
See?
You go and get a guy who comes in and pounds a nail into your wall.
Yeah.
More than one guy to hang that.
I wouldn't even do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just get a guy off the street. You know him as well.
Well, I'm not saying
Yeah.
I ever actually called anybody, but that's the only thing I would look for. I certainly would look for my doctor there.
You know what I would use the Penny Saver for?
What?
If I had a pet, I would let it mind a cage so I could poop on it. I mean, that wouldn't be my source of recommendation, the Penny Saver, because, anybody can advertise in there. And,
Sure.
You
don't know what you're getting.
Right. I mean, you want to go by personal recommendation. If a guy says, you read about a guy in a Penny Saver and he says, just take your toenails out, Jackie's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, from a picture. He could have just
Yeah,
got
from a
that
picture.
anywhere.
Right.
Oh, that's what I look like. This guy's the guy to go to.
Yeah, I mean, he might have lucked out and got a great doctor, but I wouldn't play that kind of pot luck.
Yeah.
Do you remember what it looked like? Remember we videotaped Jackie getting his nails torn off?
I know. I mean, yeah.
They stuck needles under the nails like Novocaine. Terrible.
Oh.
The worst to me, though, was now...
No worse than watching you get your calves.
I was just going to
That's
say,
true.
it's kind of a dead heat right there.
Yeah, well, my calves grew back.
And I get to put shoes over mine.
You win.
But do you remember when he was walking, he was
Play around,
limping, he
Scarecrow.
was hobbling around here with the tops of his tennis shoes cut off. Because he wouldn't even get slippers to put his feet in. He cut
Right.
out the tops of his tennis shoes.
Yeah, then he really looked like trailer trash.
Oh, I remember that.
He looked like Red Skelton, that Clem Diddlehopper.
No, Freddie the Freeloader.
Yeah,
Freddie the Freeloader.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder who determines what's alternative music.
And what is alternative music? Alternative to what?
Yeah. An alternative to Jackie's music? Well, then everything's alternative music. There's Jackie's music, and then there's alternative
There's
music.
everything else.
Right. Quasi-country music. You know, we were talking about...
Sing along, goes just like
there you go. There he is. Here's a little Jackie for you.
Show, baby, freeze time, Coco, make you see back to your prime. Whiskey for celebrating business. Your body weight comes out of your beer. You're drunk. Ready?
Ready?
Is that him playing the harmonica?
Is that you, Jackie?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's like a one-man band.
Yeah. He's got the cymbals on his knees.
I scarcely had a tambourine on my foot.
Go, makes you Go, makes you sleep right through your prime. Now whiskey is for celebrating.
So many talents this guy has.
And he's a bit hungry.
Yeah.
Drink it by the six-pack. Doesn't bother you until you start to snore. You got a belly like you're pregnant. Get a woman you got a should be much to look at anyway.
All right, there you go. Something about if you drink beer, you'll get a big belly and women won't want to look at you anyway.
And you'll have to beg.
Have to beg for sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's he talking about?
I don't know.
Is that his life story? Because he's got a big pregnant
how
belly.
would you love something that does that to you?
Yeah. Well, if it's going to mess you up so bad, what are you into Cold Gold for? Cold Gold. Is Cold Gold a brand of beer or just a generic beer?
Beer is gold.
Right, it's cold. Cold Gold.
Cold gold.
Boy.
Jackie, it is cold gold.
That's the guy with a drinking problem.
21 years ago.
It's cold gold.
21 years ago.
Yeah, and you don't feel any differently.
Not a bit.
He feels the same exact way about beer. He's writing songs about drinking.
Love songs.
Yeah, love songs. I mean, that's a love song. The guy loves his beer.
Available on the...
I never felt that way about beer.
Holiday pamphlet right there.
Or just about anything else.
Yeah. I've never felt that passionate about anything, so there you go. There's a guy who loves his beer.
He found love.
Yeah, at least his passion.
Right.
He found love.
Every beer sells so we can drink while we're painting. Drinking till we faint, and when we come to, we'll start over once again.
Why don't you tell him how much, Jack?
12 ounces, 16 ounces, 32 or more. Just keep it going right on down that hole that's in your joint till you spent your last nickel.
I don't know how he memorizes the words.
Because it's beer. No.
You know what it is?
This is from the heart.
This is extemporaneous.
Yeah, this is from the heart.
Hey, tell him, Jackie.
How many?
How many ounces? How many ounces? Beer.
Yeah, you know, there's never enough beer.
Yeah.
Last chance!
There's a guy having... Like on the outside, he sounds like he's having fun, but there's a lot of anger in this song.
That beer, that cold gold is drowning a lot of anger.
Yeah.
There may be a lot of things wrong with the song, but anger ain't one of them.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
You don't see it, I do.
Make your...
Cold gold, cold gold. Big fat drunk.
I think I know where the anger's coming from.
Mahogany, so won't you set him up? Don't let it up. Do we hiccup?
Hey, I gotta ask you something, Jackie.
Go ahead.
Stop for a second, please. I gotta ask you something.
What's that?
When you got me the gift this year of lobsters, did you trap those lobsters yourself? Be honest.
Yes.
Did you really? You caught them yourself?
No, that was...
Of course I didn't. I got them at Roscoe's Seafood in Bayville.
All right. Ronnie, the limo driver, says to me, you know Jackie trapped those himself.
Yeah,
Do you think I put the little rubber...
nasty water outside of his house.
He says to me, everybody out there has traps.
You know, they do get lobsters in the Sound, but I've never done it.
Right.
I don't have the little rubber bands to put on their feet.
Right.
Otherwise, he would have been out there.
They were good.
They were delicious. All right, thank you. Thank you, Jackie Marlin.
How did you cook them? Did Jackie cook them for you?
No. He brought them over. They were alive in a bag.
Kitty litter bag.
And I would have I don't know what I would have done, but our housekeeper knew how to cook lobsters.
Oh, boy.
You're
You'd
supposed
have
to-
had pets now.
Yeah.
You'd have been raising
Because
lobsters.
I wouldn't have killed them.
I know.
Howard,
She cooked them. I
about
came
6
home and
months
ate them.
ago- About 6 months ago, you told me somebody had sent you lobsters. And that
Yeah. The housekeeper cooked
She
them.
had cooked them,
Right.
and they were great.
Yeah.
And,
So you thought about
So
it.
that's what inspired me to
So he brought over a basic gift that I could sit and cook all day.
a lot of thought went into it.
Brought me over a living gift.
Well, everybody else got scissors, and you being the boss got the scissors and the lobster.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought they were scissors. I didn't know they were for lobster.
I figured Jackie cooked the lobsters. I started opening them up, you know, cutting them open with the scissors and realizing they were still moving. I
They
stopped.
started screaming.
Yeah. Put them in the water.
Oh, that's
You know you're supposed to put the lobsters in head first? Do you know
Yes.
that? Did you know that?
Yeah, so it snaps, you know.
You're supposed to kill them real
Instantly
quick.
kills their brain. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It's for humane purposes. You're throwing
Really?
into boiling water. Yeah.
Oh, what a way to go. I'd have dunked Jackie in boiling water, put him in head first.
Like you were.
Such humane.
You know, we treat people who kill, rape, and murder better.
That's right. Poor little lobsters.
Scald them to death.
Yeah. Jackie having fun. Here you go. Killing lobster after lobster. All right, thank you.